Hey guys, this is Jeff from CJ.com, and this is our final video overview of the Samsung Galaxy S2. Now, starting off with the hardware, there's a Super AMOLED Plus screen, which is quite beautiful. There's a front-facing 2 megapixel camera, and the back you have an 8 megapixel camera with a single LED flash. Now under this, of course, is a Tegra 2 dual-core processor with 1 GB of RAM, which makes it a very sweet, very powerful little phone that fits into a package that's thin. So it is quite interesting, basically. On the side you have the unlock key right there. You have a 3.5mm jack on the top, and you have a 1600 mAh battery under the back cover right there, which is quite grippy and nice to hold. Let me just try and take that off actually, just to show you a better idea. The cover actually is very thin. It's a very slim little cover. But yeah, you have the micro SD slot right there, the SIM card slot, which is actually hot swappable, which is kind of cool, and the battery underneath. So yes, that is pretty sweet. Moving on to software, the Galaxy S2 runs Android 2.3 Gingerbread with the TouchWiz 4.0 UI on top of it, which does look pretty sweet. I will admit that. It does look very sweet. There's also pinch to zoom out on the home screen, where you can just pick one and zoom back in. Moving on, let me try and show you how to add a widget. Adding a widget is basically the same thing as before. You can move it all around right there, or you can go to edit mode and add a widget or a live wallpaper right there. There are a couple new live wallpapers though. There is the ocean weather one, which is what we have on right now, which shows you what the weather is right now. And there's also another one with windmills, which is basically the same thing but with a different background. So that is pretty sweet. Moving on to the menu. The menu is pretty much the same actually as the Galaxy S2, but there are a couple of different things. There is a new edit mode where you can place things into folders and such. You can also pinch to zoom out on the on the menu, which is actually kind of cool if you have a lot of menus to scroll through. But the folder support, yeah, is definitely very cool, because there are a lot of apps on the Android market that you could download, and this allows you to sort them all out. Yeah, so yeah, that's pretty nice. The dialer is also cool. It has a smart dialing feature. There's the logs. Contacts are the same as before, and favorites. So yeah, for that stuff you can check out the detailed review on the blog. But moving on, the internet browser is the Android 2.3 Gingerbread Browser, which is pretty fast. Our Wi-Fi actually happens to be very slow right now, so I can't show you much. But there is flash support and everything, so that's definitely very cool. And that's the website right there. So yeah, there's also, this is actually kind of cool, there's also gesture support, which we will show you in the gallery. The gallery itself is your usual, let me try and go back a little bit, is your usual Android gallery. Nothing really new right there, but there is a very cool little feature where you can press and hold two parts of the thing and then tilt to zoom in and out, which is actually kind of cool. Similarly, there's also the same functionality on the home screen, where you can tilt to move like that and stuff. Oops. Okay, I can't do this very well. But yeah, so there are some gestures like that. You can also flip to silence a call, for example, and other stuff like that. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. Moving on, the music player is basically the same as before. The couple things here and there that are different. You'll see the UI is slightly improved, but more or all exactly the same. The video player is also very impressive. It has, I would probably think, the most compatibility with video formats that I've seen on any other phone. You can play Xvid, DivX, all out from the box, and it does look very nice on the Super AMOLED screen. So yeah, that is very cool. So just to sum up everything, basically, the Galaxy S2 is a very powerful little phone. You can check out our review to know more about that. The screen is amazing. It's very easy to recommend to people because of the reputation which just precedes it in this case, because the original Galaxy S was pretty good. The Galaxy S2 is expected to be better, and it is. It's probably the most complete smartphone experience to date from what we've seen in the last couple of days that we've been testing it. Even though this came out later than the rest of the dual core phones, it is definitely time well spent, because it is more comfortable, more faster overall than the other LG Optimus 2X and the HTC Sensation, which are the only competition in this case. And in spite of the smartphone price being a little bit more on the Galaxy S2, I would say it's actually worth it, because it does set the bar very high. So yeah, moving on, I would definitely recommend the Galaxy S2. It's a very slick little, fast little, powerful machine. And in the long run, I think you are better off with dual core processor. So yeah, the Galaxy S2, definitely recommended. Check out our review on the blog to know more about what we think. In the meanwhile, if you have any questions or comments, do let us know in the comment section below.